Most of your neighborhood garage doors have a mechanism similar to this one. That's locked, and to open it back up again, I either need to put a key in here or go inside. Here's the back of the locking mechanism. It connects to these pulls that go into these holes. As is fairly common, I have garage door openers attached, and somebody left this door locked without telling me. I went to open the garage door. Let's watch what happens. See how this thing starts just sort of dangling and flopping? That is not good. That's not what is supposed to happen. I'm going to want to disconnect this upper section, and I'll start with this kind of ring pin, this pinning mechanism. This should be easy enough. I'll just undo the little ring here, and then this pin will pop out. And oh yeah, it's a lot easier if I relieve the tension up here. So there we go. Set these aside in a safe spot. And then the next bit is a couple of bolts here. After a little checking, it turns out my bolts over there are 3/8 of an inch. And I highly recommend one of these little guys that'll connect to your what have you and chuck right up into the drill. You can get them at the hardware store for a few dollars. Let's see about making a super simple rivet removal jig. I'm chucking up a 3/4 inch drill bit. And I'm just going to drill a hole. Clip it in place with a spring clamp. The principle is we're going to be pushing the top rivet into that little cavity. Let's see if it works. Okay, I think it did its job. So here's the result of that experiment. And as you can tell, the pop rivet is now protruding. I should be able to just push it out with a pair of pliers at this point. Now that these pop rivets are gone, I want to replace this with some basically screws that go through into a wood block that goes back here. A little measurement, I want 3/4 of an inch by, let's say, 1.5 inches. So there's the piece I'll use. There's some old gunk in here. Came off with a utility knife. That's probably the best way to get at it. Let's get this in place. There we go. That'll be plenty good enough for this purpose. Pilot holes in place. I'm going to use these 1-inch pan head wood screws. should be easy to get the last one in. Now this part, might have to lift it up a little. Pin going in from the back. And there's that little ring that retained it. Success! By the way, I did put this hinge back on. The main thing is to find where it's not got a slot and do that one first. So let's see how I did. Seems to be in much better shape. Now from now on, the next time I have house sitters, I want to check and make sure they didn't put the lock on the garage door before I go trying to use the buttons. I do hope you found this video useful or at least entertaining, and I pray that you'll do me the favor of pushing that like button, or if you feel I've earned it, hitting the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.